So we have our fish right here. I got some snapper here. This is yellowtail snapper. I got a red snapper under here, and I got some porgy under here. The first thing I like to do is squeeze some lime onto all of the fish, and I soak it in some lime water for about 15 minutes just to get the raw smell and that raw fishiness out of the fish. Because sometimes when people don't soak the fish in lime and they cook it, you eat the fish and it really has this raw fishy flavor to it. And although yes, it is fish, you don't always want to have that really raw fishy flavor to it. So when you rub the fish down in lime and you soak it in lime water, it gets rid of all of that. So I'm squeezing lime. I just have one hand here. I'm going to soak it in lime water for a few minutes, wash it off, and then season it. Okay, so now that we have our fish nicely washed and soaked, the first thing we're going to do is create 2 slits in the fish on each side. We're going to make a slit this way and this way. There you have it. We're going to do it on both sides. Okay, so welcome to my YouTube channel. For all my loyal subscribers, thank you for returning. We're making some fried fish today. I'm going to show you how to make it nice and crispy. I've got my snapper here. We got some onions. This is 2 onions, 2 carrots, pimento seeds. I got some flour here. I have adobo, black pepper, seafood seasoning, fish seasoning, garlic powder, and onion powder. So now that our pot is really hot, I'm going to pour our oil in, and we're going to wait for the oil to get really hot before we put the fish in. So the first thing we're going to do, I got my fish. Always make sure your fish is completely dry before you add any kind of seasoning or anything to it. I got my onion powder here. I'm going to lightly sprinkle it on the inside. Make sure you get it all over. My garlic powder. This is my seafood seasoning. Really don't need too much. My adobo. Black pepper. And a little bit of this fish seasoning. And what I like to do is just massage it all over the fish. Okay, so now that our fish is fully coated with seasoning, the next thing we're going to do is lightly coat and pat with flour. You don't want to cake it on to the fish. You just want to lightly coat it. And we're just going to repeat the process for every single fish. Now our fire is up really high and it's been warming the entire time. So the time it takes you to season up this fish is the time it takes for that oil to be nicely hot. So remember, never add wet fish to cold oil, or else the fish will break apart. Not only will it break apart, it'll stick to the frying pan and you'll have a disaster on your hands. Okay, so this is what the fish looks like. And now we're ready to put it in the pot. So we flipped our fish over on the other side. Just to fry. They're coming out nice and crispy. I'm also frying some porgy. These are much smaller than the snapper. These should take a lot less time to fry, but the method is still the same. So we removed about half of the oil that we used to fry the fish in. And the next thing we're just going to do is saute our onions and carrots. All the ingredients in there. I'm going to squirt a little bit of ketchup. Continue to saute. A little more. And then I'm also going to put a tablespoon of vinegar. So we are finished, and we are just going to dress the fish with this topping.